Let's go next to our caller from the 603 area code. Who's calling today from 603?
Hi, my name's Eric, New Hampshire.
Hey, Eric, what's up?
Not much. I just have a quick question. Because of the pandemic, how wider will the separation between classes become without any policy or tax change? If say, Trump gets reelected and, everything becomes the way it has been for the past 3 years, how far do you think the haves and have-nots, that separation will grow?
I don't have a mathematical answer, but it's going to grow. And
No, it's a gut.
you're asking a really important question, which is we are now seeing, that there's this implicit understanding of blue collar and white collar that exists. The idea sometimes is made very simple by calling it office work versus factory work. The reality is it's much more complex than that right now. You see, as I mentioned, for example, airline pilots very much affected by what's going on right now. You see people who work in restaurants, but also people who work in certain types of retail and even people in certain areas of healthcare that are being hit because they are typically non-emergency healthcare, et cetera. So we are going to
Well,
see
I
a
was
growing,
talking.
yeah.
I was more talking about the people that the shareholders of the airlines, not the pilots.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about the ones that have the wealth.
Yeah.
They're going to seize opportunities, whether, but not the person that goes to work. The ones that tell the people to go to work will,
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
believe.
Listen, at any time there is a cataclysm, a crisis, a pandemic, a natural disaster, something like 9/11, these are opportunities for speculators and those
Mm.
who are flush with cash to make a ton of money with speculative and non-productive use of assets. There is no doubt about it. And you're completely accurate in that there is going to be a widening income gap, a wealth gap rather, as a
Yeah.
result of this because of people who are in a position to seize some of those opportunities. Totally.
Okay, great. I mean, that's why I thought, unless there is policy or tax change
Of course.
to
So like one
balance it
example, now
out,
this
which
is
I
something
don't.
Trump actually floated this, but he didn't do it, which is what about suspending the payroll tax for a certain period of time, the Social Security, Medicare? That would
Right.
actually be an interesting thing because I don't remember exactly where the line is, but it's around 125,000 a year. You only pay Social Security, Medicare up to your first 125,000 a year in wages. So people who earn a lot more than that in wages or people who are earning their money through capital gains, they're already not paying that. So suspending that would be a
Right.
way to directly do fiscal stimulus to people who are actually mostly working for a living. It wasn't done, right? But that's an example of a policy that would have
No.
helped.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
All right,
But
my friend. Thank
I
you so
do
much
see.
for the call. I very much
Thank you.
appreciate it, and it's great to hear from our mostly friendly neighbors to the north in New Hampshire.